I think we can all agree that playing games a bit early is one of the best sensations that a gamer can have. We love a bit of cheeky early access, and speaking of which, I've actually played a bit of Star Wars Outlaws and we'll have a video on that game pretty soon. But in the meantime, here are some demos that you can play right now and also some betas that are coming up. So here are the very best that we think you should check out. Let's go. We'll start off with Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, which has a free demo available right now. And not only is it extremely pleasing to look at, especially with ray tracing on the Xbox Series X, but Kunitsugami also offers a really unique blend of action and strategy. You get to defend a village from legions of demons by both organising the local defences and getting stuck in with your trusty sword. It's kind of this perfect game for anyone who's a bit of a control freak, but also likes a bit of a hands-on approach. The demo lets you try out quite a few stages from the game with no time limit, so you can spend as long as you want working on your managerial skills and demon slicing abilities. Kunitsugami was also a day one addition to Game Pass, so if you are a member, you can just skip the demo and go straight to the full game. And that's not the only major 2024 release with a demo currently on the go. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is one of the year's most acclaimed games, and you can try it out right now for free. Now, The Lost Crown takes the series back to its side-scrolling roots with a character who likes to restrict his acrobatics to just the 2 dimensions, actually. You'll be wielding some time-bending powers, taking part in fast-paced sword fights, and you'll also take on some huge, terrifying, screen-filling bosses as you try to rescue a captured prince. Well, hopefully he's not in another castle. The free demo though, which is what we're interested in today, lets you get to grips with the first half hour or so of the game, and is pretty much a royal invitation to check out one of 2024's finest games. Honestly, this thing released in January and it set the bar very high for the rest of the year. It's also got a new story DLC set to arrive later on this year, so now's pretty much the perfect time to accept it. In fact, you Metroidvania freaks out there are well catered to with demos right now, because you can also have lots of fun with Tales of Kenzera Zal. So this game draws on African folklore, and it puts the player in control of a warrior shaman as he embarks on a dangerous quest to rescue his late father from the clutches of death itself. Along the way, he'll encounter all sorts of spirits, including some decidedly unfriendly ghosts. You draw power from the sun and the moon, which you wield as these 2 masks in this kind of ballet of combat. It's really fast, fun, and fluid. And most importantly, it's a lot of fun just laying those spirits to rest using this really rhythmic combat system. Tales of Kenzera currently offers a free trial that lets players check out the opening portion of the game, and if you dig it, all your progress carries over to the full game. Love that feature. Next up, we've got the last of our run of tremendous 2024 games, and it's Tekken 8. The latest entry in the iconic arcade fighter series about a tournament where martial arts masters duke it out alongside robots, space pirates, and the occasional panda bear has got a pretty robust demo available. You can play as 4 classic characters: Jin, Paul, Nina, and Kazuya. You get to check out several game modes, including the first chapter of the game's new story. So, you know, check it out, get a few good rounds of sparring in, and then you'll be ready to take on the full game and all of the demon-infused family drama that it has to offer. Towerborn's a really interesting one. It's a game that we've been extremely excited about ever since it was first shown off at the 2023 Xbox Game Showcase, and it's this colourful brand of side-scrolling, monster-smashing fun that looks like it's just an absolute blast. It's got the option for both local and online multiplayer, and that's going to make it quite an ideal game for fans of co-op beat-em-ups like Castle Crashers, yeah, remember that one, and also games like TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Now, Towerborn is set to release later this year as a day one addition to Game Pass, but if you just cannot wait that long, you can still sign up for the ongoing closed beta. Valorant is another major title that has a closed beta that is in progress even as we speak. But wait, Henry, hasn't Valorant already been out and incredibly popular for several years? Well, yeah, but it's coming to consoles now, and it's bringing a wide roster of distinctive characters and patented brand of tactical 5v5 combat with it. And speaking of that wide roster of characters, Game Pass members can actually get access to Valorant's full lineup of agents, meaning you can rise up with Phoenix, ruin the vibes with Killjoy, or just do whatever it is that Chamber does. I mean, seriously, what is that dude's vibe? Regardless, I cannot understate how big a perk this is, because typically Valorant characters take quite a long time in-game to unlock, so you're just getting rid of all that churn and can play with whoever you like from the get-go. Now, for a chance to take part in the beta, you can sign up by going to the Valorant website or just by using a referral link from a friend if you're lucky enough to be buds with someone who already got invited. And no, you can't ask me, I've used all mine. Sorry. You don't need me to tell you that Black Ops 6 coming day one to Game Pass is unquestionably one of the biggest gaming events of the year, but if you simply cannot, will not, and shall not wait until October 25th to check out the new Call of Duty, there is actually an open beta that's scheduled from September 6th to September 9th, which anyone can play. But let's say that you feel that's still too far away. Well, there's actually an early access period, which lets folks who have pre-ordered the game and those with a Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, PC Game Pass, or Game Pass for console subscription start playing from August 30th. Feels good to be a Game Pass member. This means that this beta is the earliest that players can have a chance to try out Black Ops 6's multiplayer offering, complete with the new omnidirectional movement system, which makes it even easier to go all John Woo on those suckers. You can sprint, slide, and dive to your heart's content while you blast each other to bits. And then when the full game arrives, players will be able to dig into the new 90s set campaign, a zombies mode which returns to the classic round-based format, and all of the extra unlocks and prestige system that we know and love. Let's chat about another day one Game Pass release that I'm extremely psyched for, and it's the new multiplayer roguelike 33 Immortals. This one's from the creators of Spiritfarer, and it's got an art style that is every bit as gorgeous. However, this one's a bit less about escorting lost souls into the afterlife and just more about beating the ever-living heck out of some nasty folks who are already there. You're going to fight alongside up to 32 other players, and you'll get to wield a whole mess of different weapons as you hack your way through the hordes and face off against terrifying bosses. So 33 Immortals is set to arrive into early access later this year, but if you want to know exactly when as soon as we know, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell. Set 6 years after the original game, Path of Exile 2 is going to provide players with 6 new acts and 100 new boss fights to test their mettle in as they fight to save the world from total corruption. You'll build your character and craft their fighting style using the game's deep skill system, equip them with all sorts of deadly gear, and then get ready to kick some monster butt. There are over 600 different sorts of beasties to slay, and you can enlist up to 5 other players to share in the fun. Path of Exile 2 will be completely free to play when it arrives, and there's going to be a closed beta set for later this year. There's no word yet on the exact start date, but if you go to the game's website, you can sign up to a mailing list for all of the latest updates. Plus, we'll let you know when it starts, because obviously we're going to play it. So that should keep you busy for a while, but let me know, which of these games are you most looking forward to trying out? Hit the comments to let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!